Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. You're going to find many clips that have been brought in by my viewers who have had questions. If their questions about their spirituality helps many, they're most likely going to be posted. If there's something that you see that you don't like, don't worry about it. Just discard it and move on to the next. The purpose of these clips are to educate and enlighten, and they are a labor of love. So I hope you will sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thanks for watching. How did being a psychic affect me growing up? Well, because I didn't know anything differently, I don't feel that it was a huge difference in my life. I just remember being labeled a know-it-all because I did. But I can't blame people for being freaked out by a 5-year-old or 8-year-old, speaking a truth that no 5 or 8-year-old should know. But it just seemed normal for me. I didn't have any horrible experience with it. I have to say I lived pretty much on the straight and narrow, and my sisters used to call me square because I really didn't have any inclination to be, daredevil or bring in any kind of negativity into my life. I just never wanted it and wasn't comfortable with it. I remember as a child I was invited to an overnight party, a birthday party for one of my friends, and they decided that they wanted to play a game where they would conjure somebody coming through the mirror. And I said, I think I was maybe 8 or 9 at the time, I said, if you do that, I'm leaving. I did not like it. And as a matter of fact, I think I went upstairs and reported it. So I just intrinsically knew to stay away from things like that. And I think my teenage years, I really wasn't that experimental with much of anything, drinking, drugs, doing any of that. I just didn't have an inclination towards it. And I always felt that my physical body had to be taken care of in order for my mental capacities to be top notch. And at the time, of course, I didn't know why, because I was just a kid. If I fast forward it to 2004, when I am an adult, I had a total meltdown, and it was to rewire me. That was not something I was expecting nor wanted, and really didn't understand what it was. I was hospitalized and then put out of commission for 6 months while I recuperated. Basically, my central nervous system was taken down and rebuilt. And I didn't ask for that. And the only reason I know it is because I was struggling with just even getting into a wheelchair to get anywhere. And this energy worker insisted on seeing me. And when I went to see him, he took one look at me. He said, "You must have really wanted this." I said, "What are you talking about?" He says, "You've been totally rewired for your work." And I was so shocked. I was so shocked that somebody would even recognize that. So I don't see that as a negative thing. I see it as a way for me to be better at what I do. And I know from several different mediums in churches giving me the same message at different times that, what happened to me, that the spirit world was so sorry they didn't really recognize that could happen. So, I don't blame anybody really. And if it makes me a better psychic medium, then I'm all for it.